Hello again, everybody, and welcome to episode 32 of the Board Game Nerds podcast. We're 32, right?
Of course we are.
I'm your host, Nick, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Ayub.
Hello.
How are you doing, Ayub? How's life?
I'm all right. I came straight for work, got to chill a little bit, and now we are here.
Perfect. I'm feeling 100% completely fully rested and ready for this episode.
It's crazy you can feel that way, staying awake for that many hours, but it's cool. Nick is a warrior. He's been awake for many hours, but there is no way he wouldn't record. So if all of a sudden you hear a little snoozing off or anything like that, please bear with us. We are here for you.
We're doing our top 10 F games today, and not like F bad games, like games that start with the letter F. But of course, before we do all that, we need to talk to you about the games that we'll be playing. Ayub will be talking about
Ark Nova,
and I will be talking about Fate Flip Washed Ashore. We'll switch it up. I'll talk first because it's a way smaller game than Ark Nova. Fate Flip is a narrative story game. It is a very small box. It only consists of I can actually see. It consists of 68 cards and 3 paper clips.
Okay.
That is the game. The story follows Robinson Crusoe and his him just washing ashore in a foreign island and him trying to somehow survive. How you survive, you ask? Well, after 20 plus plays, I still don't know because I always keep losing. But the game is pretty simple in essence. You will take the deck of cards without shuffling the first time you draw it, and then the first few cards you will set aside. They will be items that you might encounter later. And then you will start reading the first card. That will explain a little bit how the game is played. In essence, you have a card with 3 paper clips, and those 3 paper clips represent the 3 things you need to survive on an island. Food, energy, and safety. That's all you need. After you do that, you will grab up this big pile of cards, and you will take some of them from the beginning, and you will start reading through the cards. And every sentence you read is going to give you a choice to do something. And based on what you choose, you will gain or lose some of the 3 resources, and then you will manipulate the card that you used. Manipulating means, just like in a game like Kingdom Legacy, flipping it, rotating it, and flipping it, and then leaving it on the front, putting it on the back, or completely removing it from the deck. And every single card has a very nice thematic tie to it, and the game progresses in a story mode, kinda, and it has several chapters that you can play through depending on. For example, if you manage to build a raft, you can go to another chapter where you take the raft and you go to another island. Or if you see like a volcano in a forest, you can walk through the forest and go to the volcano. Spoiler alert, I've been burned by that volcano. And that's a little bit how the story goes. Just to give you a live example, I will read you the first card.
Yeah.
Small spoiler here, but this is the very first card of the game. Okay?
All right.
Just to give you an idea. Your memories of the last few hours before you were washed on this unfamiliar shore start to come back. So this is the narrative part. And now the game will give you 2 choices. First, your hands are still shaking and your knees are buckling from what you've gone through. You decide to gain some strength in the cool shade of a nearby palm tree. You lie down on the sand and soon fall asleep. That is option number 1. What will you gain from that? You will gain 2 energy, because of course you're resting, but you're going to lose 1 safety, because you're just lying down a tree.
Yeah.
And then the card, it says here, you will have to flip it and put it on the back, which means when you encounter it again later, it will be something else. It won't be you lying on the tree. And the second option is, it can be dangerous here. First, you need to explore your surroundings. And this option will give you 1 safety, because you're more on your move, but since you're moving, you need to consume 1 food. In addition, you also draw an extra card from this deck to add inside, and that is the card where you are actually exploring to.
Okay.
And that card is random, so you don't know what you will explore.
Yeah.
And the game goes on and on and on and on. You're making those little decisions. And if any of your parameters goes to 0, food, safety, or energy, you're out.
You did.
That's it. That's your life. That's your story. 23 times I've played this game, Ayub. Not 1, not 2, not 5, not 10, not 20. 23. And I still haven't managed to win. I heard people online that it's not that hard. And if you just play it a few times, you will learn how to do it.
Okay.
But I'm always, tempted. I've seen this path. Let me try. Let me try something different. But yeah, there are many different endings. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different endings. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different achievements that you can do. So if you combine them, there's many different endings. I've only seen 4 different endings. And I've seen 2 of the 6 achievements after 23 plays. So
and those endings are including ways you die.
Most of them are ways you die, I feel.
Yeah.
I've seen only 2 endings.
Okay.
But there's that's a little bit spoilery.
Okay.
It's okay. I've seen a few endings. Let's see. I'm not gonna spoil it too much. Yeah.
And do you feel this is a game that once you, because it sounds like there are not that many cards, even though they are double-sided.
Yeah.
That let's say we don't know for sure, but if there's like a good ending and you get there, are you then done with the game?
Definitely. Okay. But let me put it that way. How many games in your collection have you played 23 times?
Yeah.
Not many. So I believe that this game is perfectly replayable. And the good thing about this game is that although it feels like a campaign/legacy game, you don't mark anything. I mean, you can mark something, but you don't have to. So it's completely, I'm done. Hey, brother, take this. Hey, friend, take this.
And I'm guessing also small box, cheap cost.
I think
all of that.
This is the perfect train/airplane game, man.
Yeah.
Because you don't need a physical tableau in front of you. You just need to be holding the cards.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I really, really like it. Of course, that's a little bit of a lie. You need to have some cards.
Yeah, but we get the point.
Yeah, you can still have them. It's a perfect, compact little game. It's not something wow. It's not going to rock your world. It's not going to be, number 1, BGG, let's go.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something different, something that I personally haven't seen that often. They're coming up with a new Fate Flip in SN 2025, and I'm guaranteed to grab that as well. I really like this little game, so we might see it later today in the top 10.
We can also see if it will be in a future travel game top 10 list or something like that.
We should start doing those lists. Yeah.
So don't worry. We soon have vacation at the same time. That's very rare that happens. So we might...
Very exciting.
Be a little bit more creative with recording in that period.
All right, let's talk about a good game now.
All right. So, Ark Nova.
Yes.
Huge game. Number 3 ranked overall.
Dun, 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 dun.
Maybe it should have been 2 in some people's opinion, if you look on one of our lists. But
or 4.
I'm very happy that it's ranked 3rd overall. And it's also ranked 3rd overall in strategy. So, a game that came out in 2021. We now will soon see like a not a mini version, but like a different version inspired of it, Sanctuary, that will come out at some point. We don't know.
Super hotness, I think, right? Yeah. For like 2 weeks now?
Yeah, I think it just fell down a bit now, but it's still in the top 5 or something like that. Yeah. Anyways, but that's not what we're talking about now. It's just to say that it's such a big and loved game now that stuff are happening about it. And this year there will also be a big box for it. So in the 3rd quarter. And they already showed a little bit. So let me talk about the game, then I'll talk about the big box a little bit afterwards.
Take your time.
So Ark Nova has this cool action selection system where you have 5 action you can do in the game. That's it. And they will be in front of you on 5 spots. Spots 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you do the action card that is currently on 5, it's stronger. And then you move it to 1 and you push everything else up. So that's kind of how the action selection one works. But what do you do in this game? You are building a zoo. And these 5 actions are, of course, connected to building this zoo. You are playing animals, you are getting sponsors, and so on and so forth to get more points and eventually win the game. So, of course, it's a difficult game. It's not just something you'll play with your grandma first time you bring it out. I'm not going to go all the way into the details, but I'll talk about what the 5 different actions are and some of the cool stuff about the game, and then we'll see. So, of course, we talked about animals, and one thing you can do is play animals. The animal card is weak on spot number 1. That's also where it will start in the game, because when it's on spot number 1, you can play 0 animals. So you can do nothing. But when it's on spot 2, 3, or 4, you can play 1. And when it's on spot 5, you can play 2 animals. So this is the thing about the game, that you're trying to be efficient with your actions, so you rather use them when they are high up. You can just play them. They cost, of course. It's an engine building type of game, so nothing in this world is free. And they usually cost money, and sometimes they will have some sort of requirements. They must be next to stone. They also all have a size that determines how in which enclosures they can be in. Talking about enclosures, another action is build, and you need to build these enclosures for your animal to be in. Once again, very simple, that you can build a size 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's also other special enclosures. I'm not going to talk about them now. but they are more and more expensive the bigger they are, and you can only build a 3-size enclosure if the build is on 3 or higher. So you also need to make sure that your build action is on the right spot when you want to build a bigger enclosure. Then you have cards. You can build these sponsor cards or play these animals if you don't get the cards. Of course, you will start with some in the game, but there will be a card row where you can draw from depending on where your card's action is, and also a deck you can just draw from the top. And this is, again, an action that gets stronger and stronger. On 1, you will draw 1, discard 1. On 2, you will just draw 1. On 3, you will draw 2, discard 1, and so on. And you can see how it will be stronger and stronger. Then you have my least favorite action, but hey, I'm just playing different games once in a while. I still like it. It's sponsors. And sponsors, you play sponsor cards, which are these blue cards. They don't cost money, but require different sponsor strength. So if you have let's say, a good sponsor card that requires 5, you can only play it once it's on 5. The other thing you can do with sponsor, of course, since it's my least favorite, they made but you can also use it for this, is that you can get money. And you get money depending on where it is. So let's say you need some money and it's on 4. You can put sponsors, you can use it, get 4 money, and put it back down on 1. And the last action is association. And association makes you work together with this different board here where you can do different things. You can get a partner zoo. You take this icon, and from now on, every animal you play from that partner zoo is cheaper. Let's say you take the African icon, you put it on your board. All African animals are cheaper. Some specific animals will actually require you to have these icons, so there is some double effects on that. You can support a conservation project, which are these. There will be some basic ones that every player can kind of go for and will know from the beginning of the game, which say when you have 5 African icons, you can gain 5 conservation points. Conservation
5 problems.
Not problems.
Oh,
yeah.
man, that's rough.
Conservation
very rough
points. When you have 1 or 2, you can get 1 conservation point. And what are these conservation points? Well, if you know this older game called Rajas of the Ganges, Ark Nova kind of gets inspired from the way you score there, where you have 2 opposing tracks, one going clockwise and one going counterclockwise. And once these 2 tracks meet each other, that's the end of the game. So let's say you have the ticket tracks. Usually that's whenever you play animals. People, hey, I'm coming into the zoo, I'm seeing these animals, I want to buy more tickets, I want to come with my family, whatever. And you go up that track, and that also kind of determines your income. And then you have the conservation, which will give you some small bonuses in the beginning. Won't really give you much more, but they jump much further, meaning you are essentially getting more points, getting closer to win, getting closer to meet each other. I think personally that these action, the way they work, that you have these 5 makes the game, how can I say it, like feel way easier than it is. I'm not saying it's an easy game, but because you're looking at these 5 action and you go, well, almost all of the time you might be like, well, I don't want to do the action on 1 and 2 because they are super weak. Depending, of course, if you're like, well, I really need this little building, then maybe you would. But in general, you're looking at 4, 5, maybe 3. So that already kind of, if you're a new player, kind of guides you away in a bit, that I think is super cool when you're learning some let's say more complex or difficult games. Yeah, so that's just a little overview of Ark Nova. I think it's an amazing game. There is this huge stack with different animals and sponsors, so game from game can be super different. Your zoo map that you have can either be a basic one or one between many different ones that will also give you bonuses and stuff or like different strategies. When you cover this, you gain that. So it's like asymmetrical or unique player powers. And then there's an expansion, of course, but I won't get into that now. Nick, you have played Ark Nova. You like it a lot too.
I would say that Ark Nova is the 4th best board game of all time, according to my humble opinion. And it's an amazing game. I mean, what did you expect? We all know what it's based on, so it's only natural it will be good. This whole engine building genre, I think there is a group of board gamers that thrive on this. I think I'm included in that. And whenever we see a game that offers you big stack of unique cards.
Yeah.
Different and unique mechanisms to engine build and have like an engine that can go boom. That gets me super excited, man. The card play in Ark Nova is amazing.
Yeah.
The way you can combo off, where you can go sponsor, double association, build my building, and then boom, elephant, endgame card in my hand. Boom, I win. This is just amazing. This is an amazing game. Not without its flaws, I will say. Of course, I think the barrier of entry is huge. You say that it's easier, but I say it's extremely hard just because there are 5 different actions. Each one at any given time is different based on its strength.
Yeah.
And then each action has many things that you can do, if it makes sense. For example, animals, I can play 2. And I can play all of them that I have in my hand. But wait, the actions can be upgraded. So if I've upgraded my animals, then I can also play from the lineup. Only if I am within that reputation range. And only if I pay something extra. What? That little number on the corner, you must look at that number. And that's just one of the 5 actions. So I think that barrier to entry is very hard to something, let's say, like Terraforming Mars. Where the thing with Terraforming Mars, which I believe it's easier, is that you have cards, and all you do in the game, play cards, play cards, play cards, play cards, play cards. And I think that's a little bit easier. Iconography-wise, they're both very good. So the cards are pretty self-explanatory in both games. Not because I like it more, but I think Terraforming Mars is a little bit better because it shows you everything in symbol and then also writes it down. Some of the keywords in Ark Nova, even to this day, I was digging again. Wait, what was pouch? I'm still having, some mental... Which, if I do, I imagine the players. But overall, man, amazing game.
Yeah. That's interesting. I understand what you say. I don't know if I agree. I think for example, the way back when I played this for the first few times, even if I upgraded my animal class, I kind of just, let's say, forgot that I could buy it up there. So I can see that maybe playing good requires more, but I do think that way of the action selection works makes it easier to learn. And that's my opinion.
Oh, I agree.
So,
yeah.
Sure. All right. Cool. I mentioned earlier the big box.
I've never heard about it, man.
Man, I'm so excited about it. But it's I think it will come out in the 3rd quarter of this year.
That's Essen.
Yeah, sorry. I think they will launch it for backing or something in the 3rd quarter of this year.
Okay.
It's similar to other big boxes where, for example, there are a lot of sponsor cards and they have these tiles and they will make 3D versions of these different tiles. So, for example, if you build the aquarium, that's like a little building with a shark flying around.
Oh,
that's the first thing I saw.
It'll be expensive, man.
Yeah, it will probably cost a lot, but,
Especially now with what's happening.
Yeah.
Man, I think we should also touch upon that. Everybody's talking about the tires. Maybe another time.
Yeah. So, and that's I think they will make 2 versions, as I understood it, some time ago since I read it. One with just like acrylics, so if you just want that, or with the 3D tiles. So,
but both of them will be a big box.
Both of them will be a big box where you can take your...
But, does the game need a big box? Everything fits.
I mean, if you get the 3D tiles, you...
Yeah, so isn't this just creating a need, though?
Depends. I mean, if you don't care about acrylic tiles or 3D tiles, then you don't need the big box. Yeah. But if you want to, let's say, especially for people that don't play 1,000 games, and this is like a game like, I play it all the time, and you want to upgrade how it looks, then I guess it makes sense.
And it makes sense. I do have the acrylic tiles for Terraforming Mars, so maybe it makes sense.
Yeah. And then you're even more happy whenever you bring out your... But let's see how the prices and all of that will... I mean, then we might change the make sense too.
I wanted to add something final. I played 2 games of this yesterday as a preparation for this episode, and I saw something that I've never seen before in my life happen, and it actually won that person the game. I lost with a very close margin.
Okay.
You know what he did? You know how in the now that's a little bit advanced talking. Sorry for all you that don't follow. In the 2 tracks that you mentioned earlier, one goes and gives you like points and the other gives you income. In the one that gives you point, after you take 2 or 3 steps in the beginning, you get a choice between upgrading a card and getting an association worker.
Yes.
And upgrading a card is like 99.9% what you do, because even if you pick that option, you can only upgrade 4 of the 5 cards.
Exactly.
With one minor exception of one map in a Zoom map expand. That person, man, got the association worker.
Okay.
And he upgraded association first. And he just went nuts with association. And that was the craziest play I've seen in my life. I think it was the highest score. I think he scored 172 or something.
Okay, that's crazy.
I think my high score is like 140.
Yeah.
And that was an
around there too.
insane score. Insane, man. He was doing some very wacky things. And
Did he early in the game build petting animals like the?
No, I did.
Okay.
I built the petting zoo.
Yeah.
I had 3 animals. What he was doing is, because he had 2 workers, right?
Yeah.
He was spamming association. He was doing all the conservation project at very low point. And then again later he took either one of the 3 whatever things, or the 2 bumps.
Okay, yeah.
And he played like that, and he was focused. He was doing the breaks at the specific points. He was using the sponsor break like so many times.
Of course, because if he did all of this, he gets income from the...
Yes. And that was very good, man.
That sounds cool.
That was very
Did you play with or without the expansion?
Without the expansion.
Without the expansion.
I don't think... Are they on BGA yet?
The expansion is on BGA,
okay. No. Both games I played without the expansion.
Yeah.
I just joined. I didn't host.
Yeah.
So whatever.
But if people are hosting, they can play with the
And I noticed that
expansion.
the map we played, we had the same map, but it's a map I've never seen before. It's where you have a thing in the center, and then if you build around it, you get income.
The gate with the water goes to it.
That's a map. That's a map we have.
That's a map.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and you can choose as the host, of course, on online which you're using and stuff like that. Okay. Cool. Interesting. Yeah, that's definitely an action I almost never see people.
I've never done it.
Yes. No, I've never done it myself as well.
Never.
Okay.
And what is the action card that you never upgraded?
Sponsors.
I think we agreed it was sponsors in a very early episode.
Yeah,
I agree. Although I love sponsors,
yeah,
everything else feels essential, man. If
you
wanna, my play style is always trying to fill the map.
Yeah,
I don't know. Both games I did it. I love filling in the map, and it's just love this little Tetris thing. And
you definitely want to upgrade association so you can start, boosting the association thing. I think that's a lot of points.
He did not, man.
At all?
Yes. He was playing with association and he didn't upgrade it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. And he upgraded sponsors.
Okay.
He was super wacky, man. I don't know.
Some crazy strategy.
Yeah, some crazy things, man.
Cool.
I'm telling you.
But anyways, it's not an Ark Nova episode.
No.
It's just a game that we both like a lot. And please write us. Now you heard it's in both our top 5 games of all time, even top 4 of all time. So, what do you think about it? Do you see some flaws? Do you have some like, man, I don't like it because of this? Do you guys also feel that? Please let us know. And
last thing about Ark Nova, and then we'll move on. Okay. I promise. This is the last question.
Yeah.
It's your second favorite game of all time, right?
Yes.
And Terraform Mars is also in your top 5? 4. Okay.
Yeah.
So what makes just one thing that makes Ark Nova better than Terraform Mars for you, not in general, just for you?
All right.
We've talked about this a lot outside of the podcast, of course.
Yeah. I am a big fan of that. I kind of mentioned now as well, that action selection system that you have 5 actions, you can upgrade them, and then they become stronger, and they're also stronger depending on what they are. So I feel like, that way of planning and that game is just super cool. And I know there's in a few other games as well. You mentioned one to me at some point. But this is the only game I played with that thing, and I think it's awesome. Yeah.
Understandable.
All right.
Even though wrong.
You'll take it. Yeah, okay. We're going to move on now. We are going to talk about some F games.
F in the chat.
And how do you want to start? I mean, we start from 10, of course. We go down to...
First, let's do our guessing.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And also something we did in the B episode that we haven't done, I think, with the other letters, is we also talked about some games where we're like, we would have loved to play this before.
More. Yes.
We mentioned we haven't played Brass, so of course it couldn't be in our top 10 B games. We have now, but so if we have anything like that in general when we do letters.
Yeah, of course. I can think of one game that I haven't played, but I'm not going to mention it because I think it might be in your top 10.
Yeah, and we talk about it in the end. Crossovers.
I think there's going to be a lot of crossovers today. I think I want to go high. I'm ready.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 7.
I'll go 6 then. I'll go 6.
Okay. All right. So 7 for me, 6 for you. Sure, I'll take it away.
All right.
My number 10 game is a game that I feel like we probably will never play again. Not because it's not a good game. Don't get me wrong, it's a good game. But I think we have another version of it that is, for me personally, in my taste, strictly better. And that is Fantasy Realms. Fantasy Realms is it looks simple. It's just a card game where you have a hand of cards, and on your turn, all you do is draw a card, discard a card. And you try and make like these crazy combinations. Every single card gives you like a unique bonus if you combine it with other cards, and it's like this combo-rific thing that's happening. But you only have these 7 or 8 cards, and you have to look at only that thing. So it is complicated, but it's also simple, if that makes sense. Scoring is a bit of a pain. Scoring is really hard. You take every single card and you try and calculate it. There is an app, I think, that helps us score.
There's a website.
Yeah. And the game that replaced it is Marvel Remix, that, in my personal opinion, does what Fantasy Realms does with better, simpler, and with a better theme. So I don't think I'm probably going to play it again. Of course, I might, but, and that is why it's so low. It is a very good game. I really, really enjoy it, but I couldn't put it higher just because it has been replaced for me.
All right. Cool. Nice pick.
Thank you.
My number 10 is a different pick.
Nice.
At this point, this designer is very... well, he's been famous for a long time. But at this point, I'm not sure if I think his games are good more than I think I enjoy them as an overall statement. But this game is Fields of Arle from Uwe Rosenberg. It's a 2-player only game, and as a lot of like a lot of his other games, let's learn how to talk to you. Then there are so much resource conversion. Okay, you want to get this, then you're gonna go here and get that and get this stuff, and you're gonna go here and get this stuff. Then you have your own little field map where you can unlock stuff, move up. Then you have your own other little board where you have like a not a truck, but the thing horses have on the back when they drive with stuff in it, like a carriage or whatever, that you can use to sell your resources on. Then you flip that tile, it goes next. There's so much stuff in it. In no way can you do all of it in your first 1, 2, 3 games or whatever. There's most likely going to be one or more actions you never took or even saw the other player take maybe. And I think all of that is cool. The game was good, but it also makes me feel like I can see these games are getting better with more and more plays, and I'm unsure if I love them enough in the beginning to go like, oh man, I'm gonna play this straight again. But I did enjoy this game a lot. It also has an action where you go up tracks on the different resource spots. So let's say, okay, I'm gonna go to that action now, and I'm gonna pay to upgrade this spot, this spot, this spot. So the next time I go there, it costs something to upgrade. Next time I go there, now I get even more wood. And that was very nice to have like upgrade your worker placement spots for yourself. So yeah, my 10th game, Fields of Arle.
That's the game that I wanted to play
that
I haven't played. I'm a huge fan of Uwe. I really love this. Another podcast calls it like Uwe sex because of the animals that breed in every one of his games, and this is resource conversion stuff. I haven't played it. I really like it. I would like to try it. Perfect. Good. Mm-hmm. My number 9 game is a game designed by a person that, alongside Alexander Pfister, designed the new Great Western Trail games we've been enjoying, El Paso, which is probably an E-game for some people. And I'm just starting like this to tell you that the designer of this game is a good designer.
Okay.
He also made challengers back in the day.
Okay.
You have any guess what game that he designed might that be?
With F?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Fate Flip. Watch the story,
okay.
yeah. Johannes Krenner. Yeah, Fate Flip is my number 9. I talked about it earlier. I'm not going to talk at all about it. I really like it. It would have been a little bit higher if I had managed to snatch even one win, but not having won even once, it's a little bit annoying. Fate Flip by Royal Decree is the one coming at 2025 at Essen and is more medieval themed. That sounds way more down my alley, actually, so I'm kind of excited about that. But yeah, number 9, Fate Flip, just a simple game that you can play with up to 99 players, apparently. So.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that sounds cool. It sounds like they might end up doing like a timeline thing. Like
probably, I think. If it goes well. I think this sold okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if the next one will.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't played it, but sounds interesting. My number 9 is your number 10. So it's Fantasy Realms. you talked about a lot of the nice things already. I like the simplicity of you either draw from the middle or draw from the deck, and then you put a card back into the middle. So, and then you just have this crazy scoring. The website really helps a lot. It really is let's say, a complicated set collection game in some sense. I think I agree to some extent with what you said with Marvel Remix. The only thing is that the Fantasy Realms have that expansion where you can do these crazy artifact cards thing. When you use it, you draw a new one. That's nice, but I do agree that Marvel Remix is otherwise better. So my number 9, Fantasy Realms.
Yeah, talked about it already. Good game. My number 8 is a solo-only game that I've been enjoying playing, although that has also scaled in difficulty lately and I'm having trouble progressing, and that is For Northwood. For Northwood is a very small, solo-only trick-taking game in which you are having conversations with different cute animals and you try to get them with you. Practically, you're just playing a trick every time against an AI opponent. But the way it is designed and the different challenges and the different special powers you get, it really, really has a lot of replayability. And every game feels unique. And if you hear trick-taking in solo and you're cringing, don't. It's done in a very nice way, I think. And I really, really enjoy the direction of this game. I would like to play it more, but I find it to be a little bit too light for my tastes. You know, it has a complexity and it has a depth, but not enough to keep me coming back to it regularly.
I also believe it's under 2 in complexity on BGG.
Yeah. 183.
Yeah, and then also the artwork also makes it look very... You need to be able to like these like fluffy animal, like almost made for kids in that sense. So, yeah. Cool. I only tried it very shortly with you one time. I can see why it might be good, but it was okay for me at that time. That was your number 8. My number 8 is a game that we played recently. That is First Class. I do enjoy this little building your train game. I really like the action selection part. That I think that really carries the game a lot. That there are these 3 rows with cards, and once you pick a card, you do whatever that card's. Either that cards go to your train and keep building on that, or it gives you money or whatever. I think I liked how tight that was in a smaller player count. When we played it recently, we played it in a bigger player count. But in a, let's say, 2-player game, there are these 3 rows, and whenever 2 cards are gone from a row, the rest of the row is gone. So that really, in a 2-player game, makes you feel like, okay, I want that card from the top. But then if the other player is taking a card from the top, all the other cards will be done, and there are 6 cards in each row. So, but yeah, it's a cool game. First Class is my number 8.
Awesome. My number 7 is a medium-weight engine-building game we played a while back a few times, and I really enjoyed. Haven't had the chance to play it since, that's why it's not higher, and that is Furnace. Furnace is a card-driven engine-building game with a unique thing of how you bid on different things and then how you press a button and your engine starts to grow. I really liked it. I would like to play more. I know there is a very good solo version as well. But I really haven't played it more in order to put it higher, and it's really something that I feel like I will like if I actually get the chance to play it more.
Yeah, and they're coming out with a dual version at Essen this year, I believe.
I saw that as well.
That's also very interesting to see how that will work. All right. My number 7 is a small little game, but I enjoy it a lot, and that is For Sale.
Oh, that was not what I was expecting to hear. When you said small game that you enjoy a lot.
For Sale is a double auction game where in the first round you have these properties, which are cards numbered from 1 to 30 with houses on them, and then people will bid money on it. And if you, let's say, cancel out, you'll get some of your money back, and then once that first round is over and you use money to get different properties, in the second round, you are selling the properties. And there will be, let's say, in a 4-player game, 4 checks. One check will be 2,000, one will be 15,000, one will be 8, and so on. And each player will put face down a property that they earned in the first half of the game. And then you flip it. And whoever has the highest property gets the highest check, and so on and so forth. I think I don't know. I really like that second part. Okay, there's a high check. I know that player has the 30, so he'll probably get it. But as the 30 player, you can be like, no, I know they will think I use a low one. All of that little mind games in such a small little package is super fun. So yeah, my number 7 is For Sale.
My number 6 is something you've already mentioned. It's First Class. And keep in mind, I've only played this game one time.
Yeah.
And it is so high. I really liked it.
Nice, that's cool.
The thing is, I want to say my favorite train game. It was amazing. I really, really liked it. I want to play it more. I know there's a good solo version. And the multiplayer was actually very nice. There was a lot of decision-making and meaningful decisions with the cards you would pick and how you want to advance. You rather go with the 2 guys on the trains or building your little road up. It was a really nice game, although pretty simple in order to get into it. I could see that there were a lot of things that you could explore in it, and I really want to play it more.
Yeah, and also in that game you play with certain decks, so you can kind of like Agricola in those games. There are not that many decks, but you can switch the whole game up between games. So
interesting.
Cool. My number 6 is For the King and Me. Straight up, simple. You draw a card and you decide what you do with that card. You either keep it or put it up for the other players to pick, or put it face down for the auction later on. Biblios, this is the re-implementation of that. It's the same game with a different skin, but yeah, I'm just having a blast with it. I played it at work also with some co-workers, and that little decision where you draw a card and you're like, this card is good, I think, and you keep it, and then you draw a better card and you're super annoyed because now you can't redo that change. So the whole idea of having to make a decisions before you see the next is super nice. So yeah, my number 6 is For the King and Me.
Ugh. My number 5 is a filler game.
Okay.
I know you love those, and it is, I think, I'm very confident that if not my favorite filler game, my second favorite filler game.
Okay.
Kudos to Super Kawaii Pets for being the first. And that is Flip 7.
All right.
Man, have I been obsessed with this game. Everybody that I played it with loved it. Very simple game. Push your luck at its best. There is a deck of cards. It has 12 12s, 11 11s, 10 10s, and so on and so forth. On your turn, you draw a card, and that's it. On your next turn, you draw another card. If you ever draw something you already have, you bust. You can stop at any time, and you get the points that equal to your numbers. Whenever you get to 200, you win. A few special cards. Man. Fast, exciting, amazing. Ayub can play by himself and feel happy. It's an amazing game. Yeah.
That is...
Definitely.
That was your number 5?
Yes.
My number 5 as well.
Oh, perfect crossover?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised I hadn't seen it already.
It's straight up push your luck madness.
Very good game, man.
So I'm happy to see you enjoying a push your luck game to this extent.
Yes, just because it takes 10 minutes. And it's
good. Good stuff.
I'm feeling we're going to have a few crossovers from now on.
All right.
I have a feeling.
You just talked. Should I do number 4 now?
Sure.
Cool.
Perfect crossover again.
No.
Okay.
I know for sure.
Okay.
Because it's a game you already talked about.
Okay.
And it is Furnace.
Furnace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Furnace is so cool in my eyes. I like the idea that you are auctioning off in the beginning these cards with the discs, and you have a 1, 2, 3, 4 disc. But let's say I put a 3 disc on a card. Nick can also go on that card, just not with his 3 disc. And when you lose, you lost the card, but you gain the resources on the top of the card, multiplied with your disc number. That's such a cool thing in my head that I'm like, okay, I actually want to lose here. Will someone else go higher? All of that is just so nice. And you, of course, use those resources. And it's kind of hard to wrap your head around because you don't really know what the other people might want to do and not do with your disc. So I've tried some games where I'm like, oh, I got so many resources, but I only have 2 buildings. And some other games are like, yeah, I want a lot of buildings, but I need more resources to kind of make them go. And that balance is so cool. So yeah, my number 4 is Furnace.
Yeah, perfect. Already talked about it. My number 4 is one of my best friend's number 1 game. Yes, and that is a small card game, not so small now with so many expansions. That is Forest Shuffle. Forest Shuffle is a crazy card-driven combo-rific game where you are trying to play trees and then put animals on those trees on top, below, to the right, and to the left. Everything you do scores you point in one way or another. and at the end of the game, boof, you count everything up, you get all your points, and you go crazy. It is nice. I do believe it's gotten a little bit too much with the latest expansions, but it's still a very, very good game and a very enjoyable puzzle to solve. Are there broken combos in? People might say there are. Do you encounter them often? Not in my experience. So I'm really happy to play it. My number 4, Forest Shuffle.
Yeah, and I think those broken combo also make more sense if you played it 10 times and you played with 3 people that has no idea what's going on. But yeah, my number 3, I think could easily go much higher in the future. I just only dipped a little bit into it. I want to explore it more. In my head, I wanted it to be number 1. It is A Feast for Odin. But realistically, it is not right now. I really can see it grow, and it's back again to what we talked about.
Wait, don't apologize. Number 3 is very high.
It is very high.
Yeah.
But I just think the game has so much potential. That's where the apology.
What's the designer of Feast for Odin?
Uwe Rosenberg. I talked about him at the number 10 spot. But it's the same reason. This game, I feel, is a lot better than Fields for Alle. Obviously, 7 spots higher. And the Tetris part on your little player board, I love stuff like that. I love touching tiles to... I say Tetris because I can't say the other word.
Yeah.
Polyomino? Yeah, thank you. Polyonimal? I can't say it, man. And that's nice. And the time we played it together, I also managed to really fill that part out. So many action spaces, so much to explore in the game. It can only go up in the future for that sense. So my number 3 is A Feast for Odin.
Yeah, definitely agree. My number 3 is Terraforming Mars, but in a lighter version that starts with the letter F. And that is a fantastic game called Fantastic Factories. Another game I've only played twice, and man, that game, I really liked it. Caveat, I hated one expansion. I really hated it. I don't know if we played with it or not that time together. There's an expansion that adds a little bit of aggressive cards, but that was awful. But the other expansion was a brilliant one. That was sweet.
That we played with.
Yeah, and the whole thing is like, it's like an engine builder, like a mini version of, I like to call it, Terraform Mars. It also has dice integrated in it in a cool way, and you know my love for dice. So it was a really nice experience. I played it once since, and I really want to play it again, and I believe that this game has like top 100 potential for me.
Yeah.
My number 3, Fantastic Factories.
Yeah, I kept hoping, because I know how hyped you were. It's like, cool, Nick is going to get it. I can play it some more. Hadn't happened so far.
Yeah, I tried twice, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
I tried twice, but people just not singing, man.
Yeah. It was one of the 3 games that were just outside my top 10. So I also enjoyed it a lot. Cool. My number 2 is probably something that's not on your list. It is a small game. I just really like the mechanics of how it works, and it is Faraway. The idea of scoring backwards and having lower cards giving you resources, which will make you play faster, but higher cards giving you point, which will make you play later, but you need those point cards first because you score backwards. You need to... It's really hard to explain. I think it's a fast game. The easiest way is to just play one round and be like, oh, okay. But that whole idea, I think, is so nice. Like some of the other games I also mention, and we mention, where there are like fantasy or whatever. It's not like you have that many options, but those options feel so crucial. Especially in a 4-player game with Faraway, because you can see the next cards you will get for the next round. You might be like, I really want at least one of those 2 cards. I can't be last. But I also really need this card in my engine to be here, but then I won't get those cards. I really like that in a game that is take 20 to 30 minutes to play. So my number 2, Faraway.
I really like Faraway. It was actually number 12 for me, so it wasn't far from my top 10.
Okay.
But I do enjoy Castle Combo more. But I can definitely, whenever I see somebody on his own on Board Game Arena that looks for one person far away, I always click. Good. Yeah, it's really, especially 2-player, I can play in like 5-7 minutes. It's crazy fast, good.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. My number 2, you've talked about already. It's here behind me. It's looking at me. 2 boxes as one. It's A Feast for Odin. Man, what can I say? I think people insist that Agricola or Caverna is Uwe Rosenberg's magnum opus, but I definitely think it's fist throwing. I just can't. So many spots, and it feels like every time you play it, you can play a totally different game. This game I'll be the whale guy. This game I will go hunting. This game I will go with dwarfs. So many things to do, man, and especially with the Norwegians expansion that adds this extra layer to it. I mean, and on top of all that, you have that polyamina thing you can play on your board, and you can play Tetris. And if that wasn't enough, you can get extra boards where you can play Tetris there as well.
Yeah.
That I just like it. I know there's the complaints that, wow, there are 70 worker placement spots that all do a little bit of the same. Shut up. No, I get it, but still, I still feel it's very enjoyable. And the solo mode is also excellent. It's Uwe Rosenberg's games have this amazing thing in solo. Also, Nusfjord has it, and I think Fields of Arle as well, where you play quote unquote against yourself. You play on the first round, you place a set of workers, let's say the red ones, and then for the second round, you leave the workers there. So you are blocking your future self. And then you play on the second round and you retrieve the first round.
Yeah.
So there's an extra layer to planning it, which is, I think, amazing.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Very close, one spot off each other. So, yeah.
Wow, you're number one, man. I think I know what your number one is.
Yeah, I mean, you already mentioned it. Yeah. So my number one is Forest Shuffle.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's just such a... The only pain is the scoring, I feel. But while you're playing, it's just such a nice feeling of, okay, I'm drawing 2 cards. Oh, now I have these cards. Man, I drew cards because I need to pay for these cards. Or also
I don't want to play those
cards. Yeah. Okay, I draw some more cards next turn. Okay, boom. I can need to this. This costs 3 cards. Okay. The last 2 cards I drew, I don't need them. But it fits with his strategy. Exactly. So I don't want to play them in the middle as well. So nice. I did hear about that thing where you can take a picture and score. I think Gaming Rules.
I saw,
tried that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it works. I would like to try it.
People say it works.
Yeah. But yeah.
And there's a new expansion coming for it again.
Yes. And that expansion, unlike the other expansions,
adds something different, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Different caves.
Unique caves, yeah.
So almost like a prelude expansion where you have some small things. And
is it going to be the 3rd expansion or 4th?
3rd.
3rd.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
So my number one, Forest Shuffle.
Well, my number one is, I think, with the exception of Fist for Odin, like 2 steps ahead of everything else. I really love that game. I think I've talked about it so many times in the podcast. It is Fate Forged Chronicles of Kaan. It was also my number one last week, I think, right? No, it was not number one. It was number 2.
Yes.
Dead Cells was number 1. So, yes, Fate Forged is just an amazing game. If you like campaign games, if you like the narrative, if you like swift, clever, tactical combat puzzles, if you like optimizing your characters, if you like enjoying life, Fate Forged just clicks so many ting for me. And now the thing that they are doing, that whenever you finish the game, your ending is recorded, and whatever ending has the most votes will be the canon ending. It's also got me hyped to replay it again. Almost 10 out of 10. Amazing game. I'm sad I didn't back the 2nd expansion, but it's okay. My number one is Fate Forged Chronicles of Kaan.
Nice. Yeah, I only tried a very short little thing of it with you, which is not...
And if I only played that, it would be in the off-the-record episode. We'll talk about it later with the bad games.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was our 10 games. And we had
6
crossover.
Yeah.
So...
I don't know. What did I expect? I expected Fate Forged to be Fantastic Factories. You also didn't have.
No, there was one of the 3 games. So Fantastic Factories, a Finca, and a Fake Artist Goes to New York were like all right outside for me. It was like that. Those 3 and Fields of Arle, I was like, which one am I putting in the 10th spot? So
my only notable besides Faraway was Friday. I don't know if you know it.
Yeah, the solo
Fridays before the invention of Kingdom Legacy. It was like one of my best and favorite solo games. I played it so much, but I mean, I was down with it, man. But yeah, very good game.
Cool. Yeah, some other games had outside my list. So I mentioned A Fake Artist Goes to New York, Finca and Fantastic Factories, and also 5 Tribes and Firenze. Firenze I kind of wanted to put in, but I mean, I also sold it because
I don't think I've played it.
No, we have some. Bell. There is a card row, and you take the first card, or you place building stacks So this mechanic where you drop one off and go to the card you want. Some cards will be bad and kind of give you -3 points. But if there are a bunch of building stacks, you might actually want to take it to get all those building stacks, because that's the second part of your turn. You're building these buildings to claim some tiles. So, yeah, it's a cool game.
Coolio.
Some things I haven't tried is Federation, Forbidden Desert, just because it's a very famous game, and Food Chain Magnet I really wanted to try at some point as well.
Besides Fields of Arle, nothing pops to mind now. I'm sure that if I research better, there will be some games that I want to try. But I wanted to play First Class, and I played it. So, yeah, I think it was good. Nothing else to mention. I mean, besides Faraway and Friday, everything else was a step down. I had Flamecraft, Fistcook, and Fangs as the 3 next, but not even close to the 12 first.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. We're missing one thing.
You know what time it is.
Should I hit you first?
5 on the fly. Yeah, just give me a second here to get ready to try and put it in immediately. That sounded weird. That's not what I meant, people. Relax. All right, I'm ready.
All right. Your first game for the 5 on the fly is Hibachi.
Okay. That was the thing, the dexterity thing, right?
The dexterity recipe fulfillment.
Very exciting game. I will put it on number 4.
All right. Your next game is Pokemon Splendor.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'll put it on 2.
Then your next game is a part of a series from West Kingdom.
Yes, number 1.
And it is Architect.
I don't care which one. I'll put it number 1. Yeah. Yes, Garfield Games.
Then I have a feeling I know where you might put this. Your next is Kuhandel.
Antonis, my dear friend.
Yes.
Take it at the number 5 spot. I don't want to play that game ever again, man. It's too long for what it offers.
Our common friend Antonis really enjoyed that game.
All right.
And then your last game is also a pretty cool game, and that is Seven Wonders Duel.
Damn, man. What a good list this week. Okay. So, Architects of the West Kingdom, Pokemon Splendor, Seven Wonders Duel, Hibachi, and Kunhandel. Realistically, Seven Wonders Duel will be above Pokemon Splendor, but I think the list is solid.
Yeah. Nothing wrong there.
All right, you ready?
No, but hit me.
Your first game I haven't played.
Okay.
But it's in the house. And I think you like it, probably. It is called Broom Service.
Broom Service was cool. I want to try that again soon. I'll put it...
I already wrote it down.
3.
Yep, I already put it. Your next game I have tried, and it's by one of the greatest designers ever made. Okay. Not necessarily board game designers, though.
Okay.
And that is Mindbug.
Ah.
Richard Garfield, Magic the Gathering.
Man, that's also a cool game. I'm between 2 and 4.
Yeah.
But I think... No, we'll put it in 2.
I think you'll be happy because... Remember how I talked about Richard Garfield?
Yes.
Robo Rally is your next game.
Oh. Man, I'm going to put it in 1.
I know.
That game is...
I know you love it. Your next game... 6 Nimmt?
I'll put it in 5.
Would you believe me if I told you your next game is worse than 6 Nimmt?
I wouldn't know.
It is Joking Hazard.
Okay. If I would have to play one of those games tomorrow, I would play Joking Hazard.
Why?
Just because it's giving me a good laugh with some friends. But 6 Nimmt, I don't know. I didn't enjoy that.
Man, I feel like Joking Hazard... Who created it? Man, I'll find you. It's not a game.
But definitely...
It's an activity.
I think it's very agreeable that Joking Hazard and 6 Nimmt is down there. Anyways. Broom Service being 3rd. Mindbug 2. Robo Rally 1. I mean, this is a perfect list.
No. I don't know Broom Service, but...
Yeah.
I mean, Mindbug is way better for me than Robo Rally, but I know your love for Robo Rally.
So yeah, Robo Rally is amazing.
I think your list makes perfect sense.
With the new boys and everything, man, it was amazing. Cool.
We did it.
Yep.
We finished another episode and I'm still alive.
Good job, man. You've been awake for...
I don't want to think about it.
Too long.
We talk about next week. We're going to have something a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
We will finalize the details and we'll keep you posted. Apart from that, just Instagram. You know, we're uploading. We did this little Ghibli thing that everybody does these days. Go ahead and drop us a like. You can find us on Patreon, on email, and you can send us a message in all those platforms. Once again, thank you so much for listening. Ayub, any last thoughts, any last comments for our dear listeners?
No, I mean, if was cool, next month we'll do G. There's a lot of exciting things there.
A lot of golden news.
Stay tuned for that, and keep playing.
Yeah, and let's hope it doesn't get gloomy out there. All right. Thank you all so much for listening. This was Nick.
This was Ayub.
And you were listening to the Board Game Nerds podcast. See you next time.